So these tips, take them with a grain of salt, but just know I've tried a lot of different methods, and this is the one that I currently use now and is really working for me. Okay, so let's talk about Insta real quick. Insta, we always talk about Insta. But guess what, guys? There's 500 million people daily on Instagram stories. Just take that in real quick. So when you think like, oh, I don't have anyone to talk to, this and that, that's just an excuse. We have a whole free platform that we need to really dive into, research, and take advantage of, right? So let's talk a little bit about your bio, the first thing that people see when they go to your page. To be honest, it's kind of silly that you guys need to perfect this, but it's the first. People can tell in 10 to 30 seconds if they want to follow you or not, depending on your bio, okay? So it's 150 characters to explain exactly who you are, what you're offering, and why they should buy it. When you think about that, you're like, shit, like I need to go change my bio. But I'm going to tell you some things to do and some things you shouldn't do. And then maybe I'm going to show you a few examples. And then maybe tonight you guys can go back, change your bio around, and then maybe send a screenshot into your group chats and we can all talk about it, right? Okay, so what should you do? You should give a few words about who you are. Who are you? What is your brand? What are people going to see when they go to your page, right? Number 2 is credibility. Why are you not like everybody else? And I'm an expert because of X, Y, and Z, right? What do you have to offer people? Whether it is, I will show you guys some examples in a second, but a clear call to action with 1 to 3 links, okay? So you guys need to have a call to action, like whether it's DM me for hair help, you know, and you're pointing to your hair quiz down there, or you have a link tree that has different information. Say you make a video about your story about the business and you put that onto YouTube, you can link that video on how to get started with your company, and you can have your hair quiz on there as well. So 3 links is good just to have a clear message for those who want to work with you. Use bullet points, guys. And then less about you, more about them. You're really just trying to sell yourself on your Instagram bio. Things you shouldn't do: too many emojis, run-on sentences, and poor use of bio link, okay? I'm going to show you a few people who I really like their bio. It sounds so funny that we're even talking about this, but that's 2019 for you. Where is it? Okay, Google Chrome. I have them right here. This is Erica Sheffer. She's the one who does the Often Ambitious podcast. She actually did a training all on Instagram bios, and that's what I'm talking to you about right now. Okay, so her thing says, Erica Sheffer, marketing, entrepreneur, helping women build residual income empires. Top 100 podcast, tags her podcast, hair tribe of over 16K plus. Beauty biz biohacking. This is her brand right here. This is what you're going to see when you come to her page. She's literally telling you, I can help you make money online, build residual income empires, make bank on IG with a link. I don't know what's in that link, but it has that there. Okay. Here is, I did this on a training last night, and one of the girls changed hers around. Taylor Odom, aka Tay TZ, in Miami, Florida, psychotherapist, foodie, managing market partner. She has her rank there. Helping women secure the bag. Take my hair quiz. Okay. And then the last one I'm going to show you guys is Montana. She put Montana Shea, biz mentor, entrepreneur down here. You could put mompreneur. You could put hair care expert, things like that. Flocal, wifey, and dog mama. 8 to 5 slave. Her corporate job turned freedom finder. Okay. I help babes make money from their phone by changing their hair and mindset. Join me, ? So I clicked on her link tree and it was 3 different links: how to become a VIP, how to become a market partner, like what it is, and then her hair quiz as well. So I love this right here. All right, so I hope that gives you guys a better idea of what I'm talking about when it comes to bios on your page. But yeah, like I was saying, okay, putting keywords after your name: mompreneur, IG marketing guru, toxic free hair care expert, business coach, fitness coach, etc., etc. Your IG profile picture needs to make sure like it's just your face, right? We can see you, we know it's you. it's a good, clear picture. Don't separate your Instagram accounts, guys. If you do this, I don't mean to be rude or anything like that, but it's salesy, right? All you're doing is posting about your products. There's no real connection there. When you are showing up and you're sharing that heart-to-heart connection, like you're showing everything else that you love as well as these products, no wonder people are going to trust you. You're not just another person trying to sell another product from another network marketing company, okay? You're making this your brand and sticking apart from the others, okay? So don't separate your business from your own page. I have a page for my VIPs, right? So once they become a VIP, they're loving the products. I say, hey, I was just wondering, I have a page for my VIPs. I do some giveaways, I do some hair tutorials, and keep you up to date on the latest stuff that's going on with the company. If you want me to add you in here, no problem, or let me know. It's not spammy or anything like that. And so they say, yeah, 9 times out of 10, they say, yeah. And I get a lot of sales that way, because when we have a flash sale, I go live and I talk about it. And that's just another idea that you could do. And I'm kind of giving back to them as well. VIPs are the bread and butter of this business. So that's a little bit different, but to make a whole separate page, like Sam's Monate hair care, it doesn't really flow that well. So try to fit this business into your own personal account, and that always sells over like making your separate one. So hair highlight and business highlight. I want you guys to have highlights down there, okay? And you can make cute covers for them if you want. As you can see, Erica Shefford in it, and she is like the Instagram queen. But you need to have a hair highlight and a business highlight. And why should you do this, okay? Because say you message someone about the opportunity. Like you've been talking with this person, you offer up the opportunity. They're gonna go to your page and check you out before they respond, okay? Say you don't have something on your Instagram story that day about the business or the hair products or anything, they can still see that in your highlight. And the thing is that I like to switch it up. One day I'll do VIP, one day I'll do MP. Like I don't want to overwhelm anyone, but someone can go to my business highlight, or you could call it side hustle, or you could call it whatever you want, or my story. And they can go through, and I'll have multiple slides being like swipe up and type DM me if you're interested in more information. So when that was on my story, it's only up for 24 hours, but since I put it in my highlight, it's always there. So I can still have girls go up. And when I'm talking about that, like you don't have to have the 10,000, it's not like a link. It's just when you click on someone's story, I'll show you. When you click on someone's story and you swipe up, it takes you to the keyboard, right? So if you have a flash sale, you need a call to action. Okay, so if you have a flash sale and you explain it and you explain what they're getting in it and things like that, I'll say swipe up and type hair if you're interested in hearing more information. Or if I'm talking about the opportunity, swipe up and type more info. Okay, so have a few of those in your highlight. And then presets, okay? So I love a clean page. I love an aesthetically pleasing page. I want you guys to go through your I want you to go through your feed and get some of the bad pictures out of there. Just archive them. You can hit the 3 dots and hit archive. Make sure it flows. And then you can buy a preset on Etsy and just make all your pictures kind of have the same edit and things like that. When I go to someone's page and I see it looks nice, I'm 9 times out of 10 more likely to interact with them. I know that sounds bad, but it just looks better. Some of my favorite people to follow for stories and feed, I'm going to send in the comments. And I was doing this yesterday and I realized that all of these people have a lot of the same characteristics. Number one, they show up every single day for their business. Okay. They show up every single day. They go live. They talk to the camera and share their own personal stories. And they have really aesthetically pleasing, they have a brand, right? They have something going on. So for example, Tessa Bella, I don't know if you guys follow her. She's an IG guru, but all of her stories, I wouldn't even have to see her name, but I know it's her because she uses the same colors. She uses the same font. She uses the same kind of theme for everything. It's super clean. You can read everything clearly. There's not an overflow of messages, things like that. It's very clean. So I would follow some of those people and kind of take some inspo. All right, that's enough about Instagram. Keep researching stuff about Instagram and what people want to see and want to hear. Throw stuff at the wall until it sticks. Okay. So I'm going to go into building relationships now and conversations. I'm really going to tell you word for word, mostly what I say, especially for VIPs, because it's the same process every single time. Okay. So guys, I want you to understand we're in the relationship building industry. I know sometimes we want to just get all the market partners on our team, get all the VIPs on our team, and we just blow it from the start before we even get a chance. We need to take a step back and remember that these are real people. They probably don't want to be word vomited all over. They just want you to answer the one question that they asked you. Okay. So if you're new and you're on this team, which you probably are, you have a full warm market that you still need to tackle, okay? You need to be interacting with people that you went to high school with, old family friends, getting lunch with girls, going to get drinks, meeting up with people and casually bringing up this conversation, okay? I tell my girls, make a list of 20 people that you want on your team and we'll reach out to them. But constantly be building relationships, commenting on people's pictures of their kids and doing all those things that you need to do in order to get that relationship back up. Okay. After that, after you feel okay, you want to hit your warm market and you also want to hit your cold market, right? So this is what cold messaging means to me. It's not a cookie cutter message that you send to 25 girls that you've never talked to before. That just screams scam, that screams annoying. Girls are getting DM'd all the time about this kind of stuff. And it's never going to work. Okay. So building the relationship before you do that is so huge. Let's say, for example, I went to California, I went on vacation and I needed advice to where to go to eat, right? I had no idea. So I go and I look at the people around me. I find a girl that I think's cute on Instagram who lives in the same town, things like that. I DM her, hey girl, I know this is super random, but I am in California right now and I need a list of the best restaurants here for me and my husband. That's a relationship builder right there, right? She's going to be flattered. She's going to send me all her favorite things and we'll probably follow each other back. That's a lead. Okay. That is someone that I'm putting in my back pocket that eventually I might offer the business to. Do I have to offer the business right away? No, that's not what I'm saying. Okay. So after that, they're going to look at you, they're going to follow you and then they're going to be seeing the things that you're posting, right? You're going to be interacting with them again, back and forth, blah, 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 blah. As you guys have built that relationship, then you will try to build the convo into asking, what do you do for work? Where do you live? Things like that. And then it can casually go into, I hate even giving telling people exactly what I would say because it's always different. But you could even say something like, have you ever, what do you do for work? And then she tells you, oh, I did that. And then you can say what you do for work. And I also have a side business from my phone. I'm a rep with a beauty company, and she might ask you more about it. She might not, but it's just, you guys have to keep building the relationship and popping up. And then you will know when the time is right to offer the business. Okay. So that's a little bit about cold messaging kind of. And I want to go into now when people DM you off of your stories. I'm going to start with VIPs. Okay. I'm going to start with VIPs. So you guys all do great with VIPs. I'll get into market partners last because I kind of want to go into that more, but let's talk a little bit about VIPs. So you guys are posting the content, right? You're showing your face, you're putting the products on your own hair, you're showing your clients' reactions, when they shoot you a text and say, oh my God, what is this shit? It's amazing. Screenshot that, put it on your story and just be like, happy clients make my day. Be creative. So when people are like, what is this? Or help me, I need this, You're just going to say, hey, I would love to help you, babe. What's going on with your hair? If people say, what is this? I just say, hey, or I'm just like, it's my vegan hair care. Like, what is your hair type? I literally won't even answer the question, or I'll say it's modern nature or something like that. If they ask again, you can send, if you're on Instagram DM, you can send the hashtag Monate before and after, and it'll take them to a hashtag full of amazing pictures. Okay. I'll send it in the chat. Okay. So after you ask that question, guys, let them talk. Let these people talk. Like, you don't have to be the one spewing out all this information. So continue to relate with them, overcome issues, and ask another question to give you their hair type and basically get them talking about how much they hate their hair. Okay. So for example, if someone was like, if I was like, what's going on with your hair? And they're like, oh my God, it's just so dry. And, I've damaged it for years. I would say, girl, you don't have to tell me twice. I've been bleaching my hair since I was 15 years old. These are the only products that have ever left it moisturized, even like through the harsh chemicals. And then I would ask more questions. I would say, how's your scalp? Like, do you have any other issues besides that? Is it thick or thin? I'm not going to send that. I don't like to send that list of those questions because it's not interactive. It's not conversational. Okay. So then they say that we keep talking about the hair every single time. If someone has like a horror story about their hair, I want you guys to be like, I am so freaking sorry. Like that happened. Someone sent in the chat yesterday or the other day, some girl was saying that she was losing so much hair due to stress from college, and that, she's tried everything and she's about to give up. She's so upset and all this kind of stuff. You guys need to literally just be like, I'm so sorry, like that you're going through that. I really hope you don't feel alone. I talk to girls all the time who struggle with the same thing, and our products have shown to help. Okay. We have people are growing back their hair, things like that. Throw in a little facts while you're doing this. So after they've given you all their hair info, I say, perfect. Thank you so much for all that info. It really helps me tailor a system specifically for what your hair and scalp needs to start repairing from the inside out. I'm building value here, okay? I'm going to put you on our smoothing shampoo to help with frizz control and moisture, and paired with our treatment conditioner to help with that added growth. Our split end mender will then repair the damage and heal the ends back together. How does this sound? I can also throw in a free product for you. So a lot of times they'll say like, sounds great. How much will everything be? How do I purchase? I don't know. Oh, really? Let me try to go upstairs. It only cuts out. Okay, I get it, guys. Is it better now? Okay, cool. This is my office, my backdrop. Okay, so sorry about that. All right, so I'll go over the thing that I just talked about. So I have related with them. I've told them, I got you. These products are amazing. You're going to be amazed by your hair, things like that. And then after they've given you all their hair info, I say, perfect. Thank you so much for all that info. It really helps me tailor. When you're pregnant, like, you can't breathe for shit. So hold on. Okay. I'm going to put you on our smoothing shampoo to help with frizz control and moisture, and our treatment conditioner to help you, to help you with added growth and to fix all of your chemical damage. Our split end mender will then repair the damage and heal the ends back together. How does that sound? I will also I will also be throwing in a free product for you. So I talk about it like this is my free product that I'm giving you, not like the company does it. This is my kind of gig going. Okay, so usually they ask after that, sounds great, how much will everything be? How do I purchase? And then I say, if this is on DM, I'll say, I can take care of all the computer work for you, babe. Shoot me over your number. I'll show you a breakdown of price and we can get your order placed. So when I get their phone number, that is like another entry to building trust, building a relationship, and it makes it more personal, right? So they usually give me their number and I'll text them, hey girl, blah, blah, blah. So then I say, what I do, I kind of go the extra mile, okay? So I'm gonna share my screen with you guys again. And okay, so every order that I do for a VIP, I price it out on my computer. And if you're on Google Chrome, you will have like an option to save all this information. Okay, so I go to enroll and then enroll VIP. And then all the products that I just recommended for her, I'm gonna put into my cart. Of course, it'll be slow. All right, fuck it, I'm not gonna do that then. Okay, so basically you get the gist. I go to enroll VIP and I put in all of the information. Is it still cutting out? Let me know. I put in the products that I just recommended for that person. I'll go to the flagship, I'll just add the oil, so it's $84. And then I'll go to the next page, which is personal info. And I will put all my own information. So Samantha Gomes, I'll put my birthday, my email, and then down at the username, I'll type like random letters and then do the password. And then I'll hit next again. And then I put in my card information. Okay, so I just put in all my card information and then I hit next. It's not gonna charge you. It'll just bring you to that last screen with all of the products listed, the final price. It has everything itemized out and I take a screenshot of that. So I take a screenshot and then cause they wanna know like what they're paying and for what. If someone just told me a random number and I gave them my card info, I'd be like, what the hell am I even getting? So I send that picture to them on a text and I go, the top half are the products that we talked about. Then the second half, you also get a free product, the CC cream. I'm so obsessed with this. It's a leave-in conditioner and 2 samples of our oil that is our best seller. I then say, keep in mind, these products last on average 3 to 5 months. This is where I talk about the membership. And let me send this in the chat so you guys can. I'm going to send everything I just talked about in the chat. I know the CC cream sold out. Too much info. Here is the first half. I'll do it afterwards. Okay, so it says, so I say, keep in mind these products last on average 3 to 5 months. The membership fee is a one-time $19.99 fee. There's no auto ships or anything like that. It's super flexible. It's just the biggest bang for your buck and lots of perks. You are agreeing to 2 more orders of $84 or more, but those can be made at any time. We can push back as far as you'd like. So they might have a few questions after that about like more about the VIP program and things. But when they say, okay, let's do it, which honestly, like probably 8 out of 10 of my VIPs follow through because I really take a lot of time with them. I connect with them. I am like, it's like a super not emotional, but I don't just say, okay, fill out these questions for me. This is what I recommend for you. And they don't even understand what you're saying. When they respond, tell them you'll need, and when they respond and say, okay, let's do it. Perfect. Let me do the computer work for you. The website's kind of funky. I'll just need your birthday, your email, your billing and shipping address, and your credit card information. All sensitive info will be deleted ASAP. And why I do this, guys, and you will find this as you go through the business, like sometimes VIPs, they can be hard to contact. Like if they have a flex ship coming up and you need to push it back, they might not remember their password or their username, or they might just want you to put in a quick order for them and it takes 20 minutes to explain it when you could have just logged into their account and done it for them. Okay. So, it's real, and it makes the sale so much more smooth because the website can mess up. It can be confusing, and it's just so much easier to have everyone's information saved. So another tip is when I'm making their username and password, I make everyone's username their first and last name. I make everyone's password the same thing. So like do the same thing for yourself. If the username is taken, just add a 1 to it and you should be fine. So that's really like my combos with my VIPs. Another thing after that, I'll go over questions in a second. After that, following up is huge. So when they respond to that, I delete their credit card information. I take a screenshot and I send it to them and I'm like, you should be getting an email with all of the price information that I just listed for you above. Just a reminder, I deleted your credit card information and I'm so freaking excited for you to get your products. Remember to take a before and after picture, and I'll be sending you some information or some instructions in the next few days. So definitely text me when you get your products. If they don't text me, I'll text them in like 2 days and send them instructions on how to wash. Then I tell them to text me after their first wash. Then I'll check in like 2 weeks later probably. And it's really important to like be that customer service. If they have any problems at all, you're the one calling customer service for them. You're the one taking care of any issues. You're the one following up and reminding them if they have any flex ships running and things like that, okay? All right, so let me go back to the questions. When you have time, can you please go into detail about flex ship, what it is, how it works, and how to explain that to a VIP? Yeah, this is what I say. Let me put this in the comments real quick. If you guys have any more questions about VIPs, say them now and I'll go over everything. And then I'll move on to my market partner conversations, which are really a lot different than VIP, okay? Okay, cool. When you have time, can you please go into detail about flex ship? So Brianna, I just put in the comments how I talk about the membership flex ship. The thing is, guys, you don't want to bring up price. You don't want to bring up flex ship. You don't want to bring up membership until the very end, like until you've created the value, until you and that person have a relationship now, and they've told you everything that they don't like about their hair or what they want to change. That is the very last thing that you should go over, because if you tell someone right off the bat, yeah, it's $115 or whatever it is, they're just going to be like, I spend $7 on my shampoo. Like what? So leave that until the very end. And when I'm talking about flex ship, I make it sound super, super simple. And you can always say, look, like worst comes to worst, I know you're going to love the products, but if you don't, put it back in the box, ship it back in 30 days. I wouldn't want you to miss out on these discounts and free products kind of thing. So do you go over what each product with them you picked out? I sent that in the chat too, up there a little bit. Someone's not going to know what, like you don't have to name every product, the Renew shampoo, the Revive shampoo, just say volume shampoo and conditioner that's going to plump up the strand, like make it sound super good. I put their username and password and notes in their contacts just to make sure I remember. That's smart. I always keep the login in a good. Do you ever have trouble getting people to not feel weary about giving you their card information? I don't know if that's ever a problem. I'm just kind of curious. It's honestly, I've had two people who didn't want me to give their card information. And I said, no problem. Let me call you or FaceTime you when I'm on that page and we can put it in together. It's another connection, okay? Can you talk about how to approach people on Instagram about MP. Yes, I will. Should you keep track of their CVC since, yeah, I have. You know, I just go back now and my VIPs that I place their flex and stuff, I'll ask for their CVC and then I'll keep it in my text because that's not like, they don't have all the information, okay? All right, so let's talk about market partner combos. There is no, I mean, there's a right way and a wrong way to do this for sure, 100%, but there's no like cookie cutter conversation or response that I could send you guys that would really, like, you can't follow exactly what you say to one person because the reason that this person needs this opportunity could be completely separate from the reason that this other person needs the opportunity. So what I really want you guys to do here is to just take a chill pill and ask questions. Ask questions. Like, don't talk about yourself. Don't talk about the compensation plan or anything like that. Just find out why they need this. At the end of the day, people want to know how this is going to benefit them. Even with their hair, how is it going to benefit them? They don't give a shit about Capixel or anything like that. They just want to know, is this going to fix my frizz? Is this going to fix my dent in my credit card? What is this going to do for me? Okay. So let's say I just did like a little vague conversation here. Hey girl, I've been seeing your posts. What is it that you do? And I would probably just say, I mean, now people know what I do, so my conversation would look a little bit different, but I think that this is kind of what your guys's might look like. I just say, hi, I'm a rep / mentor for a premium hair care brand. What are you up to these days job-wise? ? Exclamation point. I don't go into it like in depth. I'm going to ask her a question. So then this opens the floor for a conversation. I want you guys like to seriously, anything that they say, I want you to connect with it one way or the other. I really want you guys getting into the motion of this, asking a question and then connecting with what they're saying and saying how the business could help it, and then asking another question. Okay. So I say relate, compliment, ask another question. So she says, I'm working full-time right now doing marketing work for a company and then at the bar on the weekends. I'd say, look at you, such a hustler. Like, first of all, I'm letting her know you're not busy, you're a hustler, you know how to make money and you're killing it, okay? Because I don't want to hear that bullshit excuse down the line. How'd you get started with that job? I was a bartender for years, couldn't do the hours anymore, so had to find something else. Luckily, this opportunity fell into my lap, okay? So I'm literally like telling her, I'm opening up the floor for her to say the hours suck. Like, I'm so tired. I'm done working at the bar. I hate it. All this kind of stuff. And then I asked her, how did she get started with that job in marketing? So eventually, like, the conversation's going to go on. And then I would say, like, so what made you reach out to me? What interests you in making extra money from your phone? I ask questions like that all the time. If someone comes to me and like ask me what I'm doing or whatever, I ask them, you know, why'd you reach out? Like, what makes you interested in a side income? What makes you interested in working from your phone? Okay, so it keeps going back and forth. And I ask questions like I want you guys to remember, like, screenshot conversations and send it to your upline or send it to your group chat, okay? Because as you are doing this and going back and forth with them, it's going to get way easier for you to be like, okay, that I was about to say way too much. Like, this is all I needed to say to that. I ask questions like, how much extra money would you want to make monthly? Do you have an extra, because when people say, how much time does this like actually take, right? How much time does this take? I say, do you have an extra hour in your day broken into 20-minute intervals, ? Yeah, duh. Everyone does. They're not as busy as they think. And then when it gets down to it, I'll say, what do you think about working with me? Things like that. I don't say, you know, I don't want to go into it. So if they have a bunch of questions, you can either say, shoot me over a list of your questions. I'll voice note you back everything so it isn't too much to type. Or, hey, do you have 15 minutes to get on a call real quick? Just so I don't miss any of your questions in in the text or something. Like if someone's like super interested, DMing you back right away, like I'm always like, let's jump on a call real quick. It's so much easier. I can get all of your questions answered. If they have, if they're just wanting you to give them like the lowdown, they don't really want to have a conversation. They're just like, no, I pretty much just want to know like exactly what you guys do and how you make money and things like that. I'll say, perfect. I'm going to tag you on a video on Facebook that explains what we do and how we make money. Write down any questions and I can answer them all after. So a lot of people say, I'll tag them in a video and they won't respond. Well, first of all, it's important to get to know them a little bit to know what video they would want to watch. And then after that, you could always follow up and just be like, in like an hour or 30 minutes, and you can be like, hey girl, what did you love about the video? And that kind of sets it up for them to tell you like, oh, I loved this and this and this. And then you can say, oh my God, that's the reason I joined. Like I love every aspect of the community, or from, you know, making that extra money, things like that. And I just want you guys to know that it takes the average person up to 7 exposures to say yes to something. So if you're in this business right now and you're feeling frustrated, like I've reached out to 10 people and none of them said yes, like you guys have to remember that this is a numbers game. You need to be talking to 10 people every day, okay? At least that's what I was doing, and that's how I became successful, especially with this product pack deal right now. It's insane. And I wanna make sure you guys are explaining the product pack deal correctly, okay? I don't want you guys to say, well, it's $49 this month, but you have to get a VIP and a market partner. I want you to send the product packs and be like, okay, so this is $199. This month they're running an insane special. I've never seen them do this before. It's $150 off all of the product packs. And the one stipulation is we need to get you 1 market partner and 1 VIP. If you're down to hustle with me, like you say, that is going to be no problem whatsoever. But we're going to have to work together and, you know, put in some time. I don't want to make people think like this is the easiest job in the world, because then when they join and they have to jump on an onboarding and they have to watch videos and things like that, they're like, oh, I thought this was so easy. You know, when they get denied or when someone tells them no and they cry about it, I thought this was so easy. You know, we need to stop saying that, because what we do is simple. It really is simple, but it's not easy. Okay. And it does take time and it does take effort and work. So, I want you guys to know, so 7 exposures. I'm going to use my girl Sarah as an example for this, and all of my market partners pretty much. I have talked to them for longer than 3 months before they joined my team. Think about how long it took you guys to join. And I'm not going to lie, that's how I felt, and I was and still am a little frustrated. But Brianna, how long did it take you to join the business? I want you to think about that. So my girl Sarah, she was someone, we became Instagram friends. I followed her on Instagram and we just like kind of had the same vibe. So we would message each other back on like stories and things like that. And then randomly one day I'm like, girl, you have like such amazing hair. Have you ever thought about like marketing it or making money from your phone or your Instagram? Something super casual like that. And she's like, I've seen your posts, like it's super interesting, but you know, X, Y, and Z, why she's not interested. And I'm like, I don't pressure people, okay? No problem. Yeah, see, Jessica? Yep. I want you guys to all think about that. She was like, yeah, I just don't think it's for me right now. No problem, girl. I completely understand. Just know the offer is always on the table. If they have a certain objection, maybe we could be like, if it's time, be like, I get it, girl. I'm so busy. I'm in nursing school and doing all this other stuff. Just know the offer is always on the table, and I can show you how to fit this into a busy schedule. But so me and Sarah, she said she wasn't interested. No problem. We're still going to be Instagram friends because you're super cool. So we kept connecting, right? This was probably 1.5 years ago. I think I brought it up to her one more time. I tagged someone in her picture on the team, and I was like, this is the girl I was telling you about. What did she kill it? She messaged me. She's like, still not interested. I'm like, cool, sounds good. Talk to you 6 months from now. And so, yeah, it took me a day to join, but still. And then she reached out, she watched a video, She never talked to me after that about the video. Then she asked me again to watch the video, and she was like, okay, like, I like it, but I think I would suck at it. All my friends and family would make fun of me, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, girl, you have Instagram, like, we have a full platform. I went against her objection. And then I kept interacting with her. I posted like about her life without her even knowing it. So for example, if you have a girl who you've talked to, her objections, right? Say she says she's too busy, she doesn't have time, but she bitches about not having any time off. She doesn't want to work in corporate America anymore. She's da-da-da-da-da. I'm going to post in a week, and I'm going to talk about how, sorry, somebody's sound's on, 1 second. Take their story and talk about why that certain person needs this opportunity. So if they told you that they hate their 9-to-5 job because they don't have PTO, then in a week, post a picture on your story or talk to your camera saying, another trip booked for 2019. So glad I don't have to worry about taking time off anymore. # work from anywhere. She's going to see that and be like, oh, that is my dream. She doesn't know that we're talking to her, but we are, okay? So that's why it's super important to know people's objections and to create these relationships, because if you're just like sending out a message to everyone, you're not really getting to know them, okay? So people wanted to talk to me. So Sarah finally signed up, obviously, and now she's killing it. But her biggest regret is not starting sooner. And she'll talk to her followers about that, and she'll share her story in hopes that they will learn from her mistakes. So when you're following up with people, I want you guys to know it doesn't just have to be about the business. You don't have to text them every Friday and say, hey girl, are you ready to sign up yet? Are you ready to sign up yet? Are you ready to sign up yet? Sometimes here and there you can trickle it in a little bit, but it's as simple as responding back on their story and keeping a relationship going. That is following up, because you're still popping up in their brain and you're popping up on their newsfeed, okay? If someone tells you no and you completely ghost them, don't be surprised if in 5 months you guys see them on someone else's team, because that person took the time and invested and kept following up with them. It's like dating. It's like building a relationship with someone. It takes a while. I want you guys to flag every message you have on Instagram with a potential, whether it's VIP or market partner. There's like a flag up in the corner, just hit that. And it will save the message to a certain folder. For VIPs, you guys are going to want to follow up on flash sales, okay? Especially if their objection was money, which I don't think there's any other objection for VIP, to be honest with you. So following up on flash sales with them. For market partners, here's some different ideas. So maybe you guys have gotten into it, you've talked on the phone, or you tagged them in a video, they gave you a few objections. You can tag your upline and someone you think this person could connect with. So like I would tag Jacqueline and Aaliyah in the girl's picture and be like, this is the girl I was telling you about, wouldn't she kill it? Or this is the girl that's gonna join our squad next week. Like if someone says they have to wait till they get paid, you better be damn sure I'm gonna be following up with them like in secretive ways every single day. Tag your uplines in their pictures. This is the girl I was telling you about, wouldn't she kill it? Posting to them on your story without them knowing, like I just recommended. Keeping a friendship and relationship, DMing back on stories, and relating to other things besides the business, okay? Like I said, average person, 7 exposures. How do we say something like hated 9 to 5 or going on another trip if we haven't yet? That's what I'm actually gonna talk about next. So attracting market partners to your page and to your DMs is all about creating a lifestyle. So I know you guys just started and you're like, well, I haven't made $600 yet. I haven't been on any trips. So I don't get the caddy. The thing with this business is, guys, is you're manifesting everything. So we say faith it till you make it. Don't fake it. Don't say you just got a check for $5,000 on your bonus, but you can say things like, you can say things like, in 6 months, I'll have a paid for caddy by my company. Hard work pays off. Or you could do like, finally being able to chip away at my credit card debt never felt so good. Just went to the grocery store and didn't have to check my bank account once to make sure I was budgeting. It's the little things that count. Creating that lifestyle for people, okay? Even if you're going on a quick vacation, you can like take a picture in the plane or a boomerang and just be like putting in orders while in the air, like I love this lifestyle or something like that. You want to give people FOMO, okay? So if someone in your group chat is like ranking up or hits a rank or gets their car or your upline does, tag them in your story and just be like, so excited that I get to work with this babe every day. Congrats on getting your paid for caddy. I can't wait to have matching ones. Or take a picture of meetings like this and being like, and saying, you don't have to know anything at all. We will teach you everything. Girl gang is strong or something. Being relatable is also super big. So you guys are speaking it out what you want. Like if you're saying, I'm going to be a director this year and I'm going to quit my job, like if you speak it out, you're not faking it because this opportunity can give that to you. Okay. Can you please send those to the chat? Yeah. Talk about your upline. Okay. Like my girls all the time, I tell them that I was in college too when I started this business and what I've created, and because I believed in this opportunity. I don't know what the heck is wrong with this computer, but it's so hard to send things. Okay. So when I say being relatable, like I know we talk about this all the time, but you guys need to have your own story on why you joined this business. Are you just trying to make an extra $500 a month, or are you trying to go full time with this thing? Did you, for example, do you want to buy your mom, like one of my goals is to buy my mom a house. And like, I talk about that on my story all the time. Like that's my goal for 2019 or whatever it is. Like I want my mom to be stress-free. Or let's say that like I'll go on a tangent, for example, and just be like, and talk about why people should join this business. If I'm sick, I'll like say I can't believe I can work from my house in my bed. I would used to be having to miss pay right now, but I'm getting paid in my sleep, things like that. So and Jenny, she's talking in the chat right now. When I got on the first call with her after she like hit MMP in like 8 days because she's a straight up hustler. But when I got on the phone with her, I said, what are your goals? Why did you join this business? And she said, I have a mission trip in December that I want to go on with my husband and I. And you kill me. And that's why I joined this business, because my job doesn't cut it. I said, okay, perfect. I want you to go write yourself a check for the amount that you need for this trip. And I want you to put it on your wall. And I want you to look at it every single day. And, the law of attraction is great, but if you're not putting the law of action behind it, then that's where you're screwing up. Okay. So Jenny did that. She drew out a big check. She put it on her wall. And she looked at it every single day and did the things she needed to do. And she completed that goal a month early. Okay. So it's things like that. And she'll go on her story and talk about that. She will say, she posted a picture about Christmas and all the presents under the tree. And she said, I'm overwhelmed. Like I was able to go and spoil the people that I've never been able to spoil before because of this business. Okay. So it's just really about being real, relatable. And like, I know it's weird to talk to your phone on Instagram, but it's what people want to see. They want to see you be vulnerable. I don't want you to post 7 in a row. Like that's one of my pet peeves. Like 3 is good. You're the best. So I want you guys to ask questions real quick, like any question you have. Kylie, it says you were raising your hand. I don't know if you're meaning to do that, but if you want to say something, go ahead. Guys, type questions in the chat, okay? I'm going to answer a few before we get off. I know I've been talking for a long time, but I had a lot of stuff I wanted to go over, and I'm going to be sending you guys all of these notes, or I'll send it to your leaders and then they can send it to your chats. Okay, no questions. I hope this was helpful, guys. What should I be doing daily to be successful besides messaging more market? all of the things. Like when people are saying like, what should I do to get started? I'm so eager, all this stuff. I was literally doing everything. I was going to people's houses and washing their hair. I was posting on my social media. I was going on every training call that ever existed. Okay. I was building and growing your network. Like you can run into people in the grocery store or friends or whatever. And if you say, oh, I love your hair, 90% of the time, they're going to tell you something that they hate about it. Isn't that crazy? And then you can straight up say like, oh, really? That's so weird. Like I didn't notice, but I have these products if you want them, you know? But okay, going live, jumping on trainings, reaching out to people, creating content, like manifesting, right? So I was straight up like, I joined the business and then I was like, I'm going to be getting my free Cadillac. I'm going to graduate college and not have to go get a job I don't want to do. I was speaking that out there and I was super confident about it. If you guys have to just like talk to your mirror and like build confidence that way, that is completely fine. What happens if we don't get our one VIP and one MP? If you're doing everything that your mentor tells you to do, and you're taking all of our advice, that should not be an issue. You can message me, and I mean, obviously, you know what happens if you don't get that, but there should be no problem that you shouldn't do that if you're following the like kind of what we're saying. Building and growing your network. Yes. Can you give a few examples of hashtags for prospecting? I searched the hashtags I use, but they are all 100K influencers on Instagram, LOL. So, well, if I tell you mine, then you're going to find all my prospects. What I do, I'm going to be a mom. So I do a lot of that stuff now, even if I was like breastfeeding hacks or, breastfeeding or, you know, childcare, I don't know, some stuff like that. Like, what are you passionate about? Like, you could do, if you have a certain dog, you could hashtag that and like look at their owner. People love to post about their dogs. You could put in, you know, there's so many things. There's really so many things that you could do. Just get creative. What's a good average amount of stories to post daily so I'm not overwhelming? I don't know. I think that just like be mindful of when you're posting stories, like look at who's viewing them. And when you get to the end, see if anyone's swiped over it. For example, I use NPC and it's all bikini pros. Exactly. Because Taylor is a bikini pro. So that's what she searches because it's relevant to her. Go to cute brunch places around you and follow girls and tag those places. Are business cards a thing? They are definitely a thing, or just IG and Facebook. Business cards are a thing. Feel free to go make some cute ones on Vistaprint or something like that. And don't put your website, just put your phone number and your email. Or like if you run into a girl, Jenna does this all the time. She'll literally go up to someone and be like, hey, I know this is super random, but you're super cute and I prospect or I recruit girls to like make money on Instagram story and DM. Like, is that something you're interested in? Or she asks them if they're 18 or older or something like that. And then she asks to follow them on, she's like, get out your phone, let me follow you on Instagram. She'll do that. And then she'll be like, perfect, I'll message you some details later on. So she has that Instagram. It's not like you give someone a business card and they just throw it out a day later. Hopefully this isn't similar to what you just answered, but is there anything we can do before we receive our products? Definitely. I remember my first post, I was sitting out by my pool and my dogs were running around and I was like, I love that I get to stay home with these boys all day long and work. And that's how I got my first market partner. Tutorials, product knowledge. How do we make a hair quiz for our bio? Go to Google Docs or Woofu. What is your best tip for combating skepticism in potential MPs? Asking more questions, asking them why they're skeptical. Like, honestly, why are you skeptical? If maybe their mom got burned by a marketing company, but you need to find out what it is that's like putting that in their head, and then we can address that certain issue. What were the ideas for IG bio? My phone crashed when you were talking about it. I'll send the information. Don't give out biz cards, just get their info. Perfect. All right, guys, I think that's everything. I hope you guys like that. I will definitely send these this information to your uplines and have them send it out to you. All right, thank you guys so much. I really enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.